number 15 from worksheet 2. A water tank in the shape of an inverted cone has an altitude of 18 feet, fancy word for height, and a base radius of 12 feet. If the tank is full and water is drained at a rate of 4 cubic feet per minute, so something is 4 feet cubed per minute, how fast in feet per minute is the water level dropping when the water is 6 feet high? So when h is 6, find, what are we looking for? How fast is the water level dropping? So that would be dH dt, the change in the water level. Find dH dt. What's this 4 feet cubed per minute? What's that? What'd you say? dV dt, change in volume over change in time. Again, you can use your units to figure out what they're giving you. Feet cubed is a volume, minutes is time, so that's a rate, dV dt. Now it's draining out, so the volume is decreasing, so that would be negative 4 feet cubed per minute. And I think our dH dt will be negative as well, right? As the water goes down, the height of the water changes, is decreasing, so the change is negative. Okay, we have V equals 1/3 pi r squared h, but my information is in h, so I really don't want the r in there. I'd like to get rid of the r. That way I don't have to worry about it anymore. So if there's something I could get, if some way r and h are related to each other, let's see, so what would I multiply h by to get to r? H is 18. What do I multiply by to get to 12? What times 18? I can just write it that way. What times 18 is equal to 12? Well, that would be 2/3. So R is 2/3 H. Good morning.
Oh, yes.
Okay, back to the problem. So R is 2/3 of H. 2/3 of 18 gets me to 12. And that means because of its like similar triangle stuff all the way down, right? When H is 9, R would be 6. So R is always 2/3 of H. That's the key to this problem. That's what gets people, is figuring out how they're related to each other. Because then, in place of R, I can put 2/3 H. And do a little bit of algebra. So let's see, that would be 4 pi, 3 squared is 9, times 3 is 27, h cubed. Alright, we're okay with that? Like, I don't show all my algebra steps in here. I expect you to be able to algebra your way around a little bit. Okay, the reason we did that is now we have v in terms of h, so derivative will be a lot easier than having to deal with a product rule. So dv dt equals, let's see, the derivative of h cubed would be 3h squared dh dt. So again, more cleanup work. The 3 and the 27 reduce. So 4 pi over 9, h squared dh dt. Alright, and now I think I have everything. It gave me dv dt. I know h, and I'm looking for dh dt. So let's plug things in. Negative 4 equals 4 pi over 9, h squared, h is 6, so h squared is 36, dh dt. Okay, now it's just algebra. Let's see. 36 over 9 is 4. 4 times 4 is 16. So negative 4 equals 16 pi dh dt. Divide both sides by 16 pi. And dh dt is negative 1 over 4 pi. Okay, I don't have negative 1 over 4 pi as an answer, but look carefully at how the question is worded. So dHdt is negative 1 over 4 pi. The question is, how fast is the water level dropping? So dropping implies the negative, so we're okay with not having a negative. Plus, there's not an answer choice with a negative, so this could get a little confusing. If you tell me it drops at negative 1 over 4 pi, then that really means it's increasing, so be careful how you phrase things. But obviously on a multiple choice, not that big a deal. Okay, good question. In my mind, that's as hard as it gets because you have to come up with this extra equation to help you not have to deal with the product rule.